Hello all, welcome to Cheap Date Night, a little bit different format, not sitting at a table. And so tonight's going to go a little quicker than normal because if I have a guest and we start talking, then I'll eat up an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. Anyway, that's why we're at the back end of the night, so if I go a little longer, I'm not interfering or bumping into another show or program, because I'm the back end cleanup batter for the night. So, Cheap Date Night. And so been planning something for a while and trying to get this right. And I wanted to get it done before this election was over. So it's not political. It's not political. And I'm not talking politics on Cheap Date Night anyway, because we've got plenty of that, and we're going to have like more than up to our ears worth over the next 3 or 4 days before election night on Tuesday, which, by the way, go vote. Vote early, do your thing. So I've been working on something because for those of you that don't know, and I haven't made too much of a big deal of it because I try to compartmentalize and try to separate and keep distinct things that I don't want mixed. I guess the best way to describe it is I don't like the way we are in this country anymore where, and I'll say the obvious, everything's political or everything becomes politicized. And even though we like to say that we don't like that or that we don't want that, we always end up inadvertently going down that rabbit hole. That's what we do. We go down that rabbit hole, and next thing you know, we're arguing about, football players, basketball players, musicians, the things that are kind of separate or should remain separate. In my opinion, from the political arena, I know it's not easy, but it's not 100% a given, right? Where everything is politicized 100%, okay? I don't think anybody wants to live in that world. I know I don't want to live in that world. I mean, I doubt highly we'd get a whole lot done anyway. And on the other hand, it's not like everything is 100% apolitical, okay? That's an impossibility. So my point is that we've reached this contentious period in our history as a country where we have no balance, we have no equilibrium when it comes to how do we balance what is and what is not political, what should and should not be political. So I've tried my best in a frank and honest manner to compartmentalize what I believe is or is not political, should or should not be political, and I try to keep things separate and distinct from each other. And for those of you guys that are in my Facebook group, SuperMex Nation, and some of the other pages that I have, you'll notice that I have multiple pages, through Facebook, through my social media, and the other compartments of it, Instagram, Twitter, etc. I do have that, but each one of them is viewed, at least from my perspective, from an intellectual filter, as for certain purposes. In other words, I'm not just throwing loads of spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks. I do not do that. What I do is I create something for a purpose and an intent, and I do everything I humanly can with discipline and focus to make sure that that thing stays on that purpose. So, the Facebook group that I use to kind of filter my thought and my activity in thought, social, political, cultural, is something that I don't post very often into from a personal perspective. Now, I have done that maybe twice, 2 or 3 times total in the entire time that I've had SuperMex Nation, the group on Facebook. I rarely post personal things about myself, my family, accomplishments, or things like that. And I'll be frank and clear, I've got plenty of accomplishments and things that I can say about myself and my family. We do well. And not because we've had anything handed to us, because we work exceptionally hard to be good at the things we do. We're not perfect. We're not the best at everything, but we're pretty damn good at a lot, okay? But I try to keep that out of the Facebook group, SuperMex Nation. And so where am I going? Here's where I go. So stay with me. I am on the ballot this cycle, Tuesday, November 3rd, for a school board seat in my area, in my community. It's a very big deal for me personally. I'm not running for something larger or further up the chain in terms of a political. I have no desire to. I genuinely give a damn about my community, my school, and my school system. Now, my kids are out of the system, and they do well. They're exceptional as students and athletes, and they're doing their thing. They're doing well. So why? Real simple. I actually give a damn about my community. I actually give a damn about the students that are in my community. Okay, and even though this isn't a political show, I'm giving you some perspective as to why this show is going to be a little bit different than most cheap date nights. So I fundamentally believe in a rigorous and basic quality, fundamental academic program in the form of a child's education in a K through 12 system. I absolutely believe that, because that is the one thing that we profess as a society to be what we need, right? What we want to do with our kids as they grow up, as we socialize them, as we educate them, as we prepare them for citizenship and adulthood. And I will say, most of us generally will say out loud that, oh, the education system isn't what it used to be, et cetera. And that's true. It is true. But there are things we can do to make it better than what it is now. There are some things we used to do well that we can do again or maintain, in lieu of throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I mean, that happens quite a bit. So I don't want to do that. What I want to do is take what is good, simple metric, watch this. Take what is good, keep it, remove the bad, and add anything new that's coming. Okay? So I'm on the ballot for a school board seat, and I wanted to find a way where I can marry my cheap date night with things that I'm doing politically. Now, again, I've not posted anything political for myself into my social media feed on Facebook and some of the others. And some people have asked, why don't you do that? You're supposed to put it out to everybody because it's saturation and letting you know, and got to see my name, and maybe I get some votes because of that. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's just me personally. I'm being honest with you and straight. I really don't like that aspect about politics where because they see your name a gazillion times, they vote for you, and they know nothing about you other than, hey, he's everywhere. I genuinely hope that people don't just vote for me for that. And by the way, I've got plenty of information out about me, and I'm accessible to get a hold of, easy to talk to. I'll answer your questions even if it's not what you want to hear. I'm honest. I will tell you exactly what I think, even if you don't like it, or if you do. And I won't pander to you for fear or favor. It doesn't matter to me. This is who I am. So here we go. So for tonight, on cheap date night, because I fundamentally believe in a great quality academic education, intellectual education. I'm real core principle in education oriented. I do believe in a solid fundamental base in language arts, in mathematics, in science, and for damn sure the social sciences is where I am grounded in. Those four core subjects and backbone of what education is in America. However, there's a lot more to education than just those things. That's the base, okay? And to add to that base, to flesh out and to build a really good mind, I believe in these other aspects. For instance, arts, athletics, physical education. These things are all necessary components to helping build a good member of our society, a good citizen. They're absolutely necessary. And for those of us that do a good job as board members or administrators and people involved in education as adults, if we do a good job, bottom line is we raise better Americans. We raise and develop better human beings. And I know that sounds kind of corny and cheesy, but cheese me up because I believe it. I absolutely believe it. I've given nearly 30 years of my adult life to education. And I'll get real specific here because I know I've said this before. Educator, the root or the word, Latin in origin, it means specifically one who brings up, to raise up. And so when I say I'm an educator, I am no longer in the classroom as a U.S. history teacher. But I absolutely believe that over a lifetime of work, I have raised up a lot, thousands of young people over a lifetime, over decades of work. One who brings up, one who raises up, in essence, those around them. And in my case, specifically, more so young men in their teens and their 20s, and some now in their 30s and 40s. They're not young anymore, but they're still learning, and that's ancora imparo. They're still learning. So that's what I believe in, and that's what I do. So I absolutely believe in those other things that go as part of the education, And so specifically for tonight, because this is cheap date night, and we're going to stay with it, right? I wanted to marry the two. So for tonight, and even though this isn't a political show, I am going to show you what I believe and put my money where my mouth is when I say that I believe in the arts, when I say I believe in music. And because I talk a lot about music on cheap date night. You guys know that, okay? So I don't want to go too long or too verbose here, but I absolutely believe in music, and I absolutely believe in the ability of music to bring people together and to heal division. See how that works? And I did say I wasn't going to be political, right? But you get the point. And I think we need a lot of that, and we're probably going to need a lot of it by November 3rd and immediately thereafter. You get the point? Yeah, I think you do. Those of you guys that have been with me a long time, you know my satirical approach. You understand because I mean it. So we're going to need that, and music does that. Music absolutely does that. So tonight, you're going to get a very special gift from SuperMex and Cheap Date Night. You're going to get music. All right, so we're going to be a shortened show. I'm giving you all the up front right now, but it's going to be a shorter show. It's not going to be an hour, hour or two, and we're just going to play music for you. Music by people that love music and that are involved in music. Well, two of the three anyway. And so we're going to play for you a couple bands, and then at the back end, you're going to see some music from a guy and a couple musicians that are helping that guy get better at what he's doing. So you get the point, I hope. So we're going to play some music for you tonight. I've got 3 songs and then 3 more songs. So a total of 6 songs, a little bit of a break between each one so I can tell you a little bit about the artist. And then we'll wrap up at the end when all the songs are done. And then there's your cheap date night for a Friday, and I'll wish you well, send you the good luck piece, and make sure you have a healthy weekend. And I'll give you the safety briefing. You know the deal. But that's where we're at. So cheap date night tonight is music, just music that you're going to listen to. 3 of them are audio, so it's not a video, but 3 of them are audio. And then the last 3 are audio and kind of video. You'll see that. But the first 3 are entirely audio. The last 3 are video and audio. Okay? And I really, really hope you enjoy tonight. Again, it's me putting my money where my mouth is when I say that I believe in music. And I believe that every child and every person in America should know something, a little bit about music. Even if you're not, you know, the next Whitney Houston or Frank Sinatra. Everybody should know a little bit of music. All right, so let's get to that first one. And so, give me 1 second. So before we start, so this first band is a local band. They're called the Dying Sons, and we had and hosted a few weeks ago a young blood named Max Winterburn, and he's a guitarist for the Dying Sons. And so they've gotten us a couple songs that are their original pieces. They're young dudes doing it right, and you know what I got to do. For all you haters out there that think millennials aren't doing good stuff, you're looking in the wrong place. All right? There are plenty of good people doing good things in that age group. Max and his group, the Dying Sons, are doing a hell of a job of bringing up and raising themselves up through music. So I'm really looking forward to getting more of these. This is my little tip to you. You're going to get 2 songs. The titles will be on there. I believe it's I Can't Stop and CJ. So you're going to get 2 songs back to back from a young group local in Fresno, California that I'm going to be all over and that I want to help develop, and I want them to get big, and I want them to put that time and energy in to develop themselves as musicians. So without any further ado, this first 2 songs, I Can't Stop and CJ, is from a group called the Dying Sons. Let's go ahead and start that.
My mama said that I am going crazy. have a look, it's Charlie James, yeah. He said, I'll flip myself a Billy, gonna make a million, blow it all just for fun. My life's a little risky, but when it gets so sticky, I'll catch it at the end of my gun. I didn't want to tell ya, but baby, I can smell ya. Don't want to run my place no more. Switch place, slashing, heartbreak habit. That's me and Charlie James, baby. Catch him running out your back door. Oh, the man I want to be held. All the ladies ask for more. He said, I'll flip the stars and feel like gonna make a million, blow it all just for fun. My life's a little risky, but when it gets so sticky, I'll catch you at the end of my gun. I didn't want to tell ya, but baby, I can smell ya. Don't want to run my place no more. Switch blade slashing, heartbreak habit. That's me, Charlie James, yeah.
Okay, so 2 songs for you, I Can't Stop and CJ, by a young band, local in Fresno, California, Central Valley, called the Dying Sons. All right, so real simple, we don't have to put too much up. I mean, you could literally just jump on, you know, Bing them, Google them, and you could find them real easy. Here's what I'm saying. Check them out, watch them, listen, like them, love them, subscribe, whatever you got to do. You know the social media deal, right? But that's how these young bands and these people get some attention and some ability to get out and get their music out. So I will be doing more with them because I like these dudes, and I think they're what I really learned from Max when we had Max on the show, they're logging in time. And ladies and gentlemen, hey, unless you're Mozart like right now, you have to log in time. It's not enough to just be talented. You got to put in the work to be good and to get to that, okay? So that's one thing I like about them. And I got that immediately from Max. You know, they log in hours. They sit together, they jam, they play, they write, they construct. And that's good business. That's good stuff. So the Dying Sons, and support them, patronize them, listen to them, hear them. They're in your face now because I just brought them to you. It's called the Dying Sons. That's the name of the band. They're local in Fresno. I need you to show them some love, give them some attention as we develop these guys and we get them better at their craft so they can, you know, do who knows what. And by the way, it's nice to hear some rock, right? Oh, yeah, what's that? Rock and roll. That's not a bad thing. It's a good critter. And I really like the fact that there are more young people getting back to some rock and roll. You know, traditional, whatever that means, traditional rock and roll, 70s, 80s, and the 90s, that kind of stuff. That's good for us, all right? You don't ever, rock never dies. It just morphs and alters into other things. And so it never leaves. It always just, it changes and again alters and becomes something different. So I think that's where it's going. Anyway, so the Dying Sons, patronize and support them. All right, got a song here. And so another guest we've had, and I really like, this is the part that I'm enjoying about doing Cheap Date Night. When we get artists and they come on the show and we get to talk to them about what they're doing, how they're doing it, and their love of their craft and their skill and their passion for what they do. And so this one's kind of near and dear to my heart because I like the young blood a lot. He's a good kid, and he's not a kid anymore. He's a man, but he's grown into a fine person. Really level-headed in terms of his place and position as a young man living in America, in a society. He has great perspective, and this is like not on tangent, but just realistic. He and I have spent some time talking outside of, you know, a show. Really like him. Great family, great parents. See how that works? Makes it easier. So the gentleman I'm talking about is Austin Tanner Reed, and he is in a band called Lonesome Revival. He is a Nashville musician, singer-songwriter, currently living in Nashville, trying to do that thing, right? He's putting in the work, and he's putting in the time, working on you know, on the side to earn a living and to survive while playing music in Nashville and building and growing with his band and the people in it. So the band is called, again, Lonesome Revival, and this is a song that Austin sent to me, I want to say this past month, well, actually when he came, so it was about 4 weeks ago, and I'm going to say I can't go on and on about the young man. He's legit and serious, and I really like him. And so I'm going to let you listen to this song from Lonesome Revival, from a current Nashville young band doing it right. Let's go ahead and hit that.
Been too long, 2 weeks and 2 days. Shade still drawn, broken picture frames. She walked down, took everything worth taking. Oh, now I can't keep from shaking. Cover me up, whiskey blanket, until I don't feel so alone. Cover me up, whiskey blanket. I've been cold ever since she's been gone. Oh, tonight I'll come in from the storm, if you'll make me believe that I'm warm, wrapped up in the smoke and the sweet and the 90 proof heat. Oh, whiskey blanket. Who she was, how she made me feel safe. The things I've lost, I don't know how to replace. My brother called, asking if I'll be okay. I know I will, it just won't be today. You cover me up, whiskey blanket, until I don't feel so alone. Cover me up, whiskey blanket. I've been cold ever since she's been gone. Oh, tonight I'll come in from the storm, if you'll make me believe that I'm warm, wrapped up in the smoke and the sweet and the 90 proof heat. Oh, one more night I'll come in from the storm. You can make me believe that I'm warm, but tomorrow I won't be afraid to put you away. Whiskey blanket.
So I think I might need some whiskey glasses with that whiskey blanket. And who knows what else, because there's a lot of whiskey, right? Yeah. I don't do too much whiskey. Yeah, it's real simple, right? You figure it out. I'm a tequila guy. All right, and I don't drink a lot of liquor. It's not, I don't know, I'm a beer, I guess. I'm more German than French and more German than Russian. So the song's Whiskey Blanket by Lonesome Revival. Hey, that's a nice little in-the-pocket kind of song. I dig on that. I mean, that's one of those you just kick back and have a glass of whiskey and relax and kind of chill. So I asked Austin about that when he sent this to me, and I was like, can I get some whiskey glasses with the whiskey blanket? If you know country, you guys know where I'm at, right? You know what I'm talking about. But he said they had actually done that song. I guess that song had been worked on or like kind of fully formed even before Whiskey Glasses, which is a song I like, Morgan Wallen. And it was like concurrent or before. And so they, needed to get that one out first, right? And so anyway, long story short, I think that's kind of cool. Good song. I guess when I say that's a nice little in-the-pocket song, you can just kind of kick back and like, yeah, that's nice. That's good. I really like that song. So I'm looking to hear and expect more from, Austin and Lonesome Revival. And he knows, and I'm going to put it out now, if not at least for his mom and his dad and his sister, that whatever Austin does, SuperMex is a fan. And I'm down with the count for that. So whatever he does, we will support, help, and put out. And here again, Austin's a millennial, all right? He's in that age group. I'm going to say it. Those of you guys that think millennials are all bad, ladies and gentlemen, nothing personal, you're looking in the wrong places. Because there's some kick-ass millennials doing some kick-ass work right now. Austin Reed is one of those. Incidentally, for those of you guys out there in SuperMex Nation all over the place, Austin's from my neck of the woods. Our families know each other. We've known each other for a while. Great relationships, good, tight community. And he earned his degree, and the young blood literally got up, grabbed his guitar, and he moved to Nashville. And he's making his dreams reality. I don't believe in the dream thing. I believe in making stuff happen. So Austin's making his dreams reality because he's doing the work right now in Nashville. And any chance I can, every opportunity we can to get him back on the show, we're going to do that. And any opportunity I get to support Austin and to put his music out on my platform or any other with SuperMex Nation or SuperMex International, the group, we're going to do that. Okay? So I've given you two young bloods, two young bands, two young groups, not exactly the same genre, a little different. One is more rock. The other is clearly country, a little bit, it sounds like good traditional country. I can identify that as country. It isn't what I'd like to say is like club country or candy country. This is straight country, and that's good stuff. So you got the Dying Sons and you got Lonesome Revival. That is SuperMex's attempt to support, help, and build young people doing music in a variety of ways. We need to do that. We need to foster them, okay? It's not enough that they play and they do their thing. Us older folk, we got to find ways to build them, develop them, help them, and support them. You heard what I said. Quality education is supported and bolstered by entertainment and art. That's the way it's supposed to work. And I will always put my money where my mouth is when it comes to doing that. So much so, segue, I'm about to do some Indian stuff on you. Really? Oh yeah, I can do that stuff. I can do that. All right, so segue. All right, so I got a big surprise for you. I've been kind of alluding / hinting at you, a little bit of surprise. And so you're going to hear 3 songs. So before we get started, you're going to hear 3 songs. They're in video and audio, okay, not just the music. You're going to see some video, all right? All I'm going to say in advance of us getting started, be merciful. Come on now. Come on now. Love thy neighbor as thyself. I'm your neighbor. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Be merciful. And so we'll talk about it on the back end on the other side, but you're going to get 3 songs coming at you in audio and video format. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I'd like to play some AC/DC. Are you ready? Yeah, I'll play some AC/DC, get you ready. All right, so 3 songs, they'll come at you. They are covered songs from well-known artists today in country, 2 country songs, and 1 pop song. And we'll speak about it on the other side. Again, remember, be merciful. Love thy neighbor as thyself. All right, let's do it. Hit it, AP.
crashing into me like waves on the coast. Every time we talk, you're moving close. I don't want you to stop, I don't want you to stop tonight. We got the last 2 glasses on a straw bar, trying to remember what number we are. A string of white lights making your eyes shine tonight. We're buzzing like that no vacancy sign out front. Your skin is begging to be kissed by a little more than the sun. You take my hand in yours, you lean in, and your lips taste like sangria. Your lips taste like sangria. Wrecking ball dancing down the hallway. You're holding your shoes, wearing my shades. All against the door, we fall into a wild, warm kiss. We're buzzing like that no vacancy sign out front. Your skin is begging to be kissed by a little more than the sun. You take my hand in yours, you lean in, and your lips like sangria. Your lips taste like sangria. Only thing I wanna do tonight is drink you like a Spanish wine. Let you let this head of mine keep spinning, spinning around. Sign out front. Your skin is begging to be kissed by a little more than the sun. You take my hand in yours, you lean in, and your lips taste like sangria. Your lips taste like sangria. Only thing I wanna do tonight is drink you like a Spanish wine. Let you let this head of mine keep spinning, spinning around. Something like a at the Beechwood Cafe. And it kills me 'cause I know we've run out of things we could say. What am I now? What am I now? What if I'm someone I just want around? I'm falling again, I'm falling again, I'm falling. What if I'm down? What if I'm out? What if I'm someone you won't talk about? I'm falling again, I'm falling again, I'm falling. And I get the feeling that you'll never need me again. What am I now? What am I now? What if you're someone I just want around? I'm falling again, I'm falling again, I'm falling. What if I'm down? What if I'm out? What if I'm someone you won't talk about? I'm falling again, I'm falling again, I'm falling.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm here. Ew. All right, so I said, be merciful, love thy neighbor as thyself. All right, so all seriousness. So clearly, got to play with Austin. Who's you saw him do his work on the guitar, and yeah, he's good. That he's developing, and he's going to be a hell of a musician for a long time. So Austin Reed helped walk me through and give me what I needed to do a couple country songs that I really like, enjoy. The first one was Sangria by Blake Shelton, and the second being a really well-known song, really great song. I really dig on that song. Stay a Little Longer by the Brothers Osborne. And if you heard that back end, Austin had some fun on that last little solo, because that brother Osborne, I mean, he kicks ass on that guitar, and it's a great piece, great song. They got a lot of great music. Anyway, Austin Reed helping me do a couple country songs, because that's his wheelhouse and that's what he's doing. See what I'm doing here? I cheat. I'm cheating. Present tense. I'm cheating. So I was once, an attempter of music. I did have a little bit of music background when I was young, and after I lost my pop, then that kind of went out the window, and it was just about survival and living, and just getting through school. So I didn't get to do music anymore after that. It was just about living and like I said, surviving. So no harm, no foul. I don't complain. It is what it is. That was something that was part of my life, and then it was gone. And then when I joined the Army, I got to play and sing with some guys when I was in Germany, and I got to learn from other musicians. And there were some musicians that told me that music never dies in anyone. You've got to take the time and the effort to bring it back. And that was like really deep, meaningful words. Maybe make that a song. Maybe make that a song, write some lyrics to that. But I really get that. And so music has always been a big part of my life, and it's important to me. And so my point being is that it's been 3 decades, roughly, since I actually put any energy, time, and effort into wanting to sing and wanting to do music. And we're here now. And so again, I'm cheating. See how that works? I'm cheating. Austin played guitar for those 2 songs. And then Gina Lene is a Grammy-nominated pianist in our area in Fresno, California. The lady's phenomenal. She's a gorgeous lady in every way, physically, intellectually, artistically. She's just a good person, beautiful person. And like Austin, they're beautiful people. Like Austin, kind of, baby stepped me through the process of bringing out something that I haven't had in 30 years. And that was fun and cool and enlightening all at the same time at once. And see what I'm doing. This is art. This is art. This is art. This is what you need, to bring out the full you in whatever capacity it is. And so it's kind of easy, when you have really talented people to help you develop and get back to something that you haven't had in a long time. And I will say this, and I'm going to thank them on air if they get to see this. I'm going to thank both of them. Big thank you to Austin Reed of Lonesome Revival and Gina Lene on piano, a Grammy-nominated pianist that is local in the Fresno area. And I want you to go hit them both. Lonesome Revival you can find. Type in Gina Lene, Lenee, and you'll find her work and her music. Support her. She's a great lady. And aside from being a great artist and musician like Austin, they help people. I mean, they helped me. They helped me, and I thought that was really cool. They really wanted me to enjoy and bring my music back for myself. And I will never forget that. It was just, really cool that they were willing to give me their time, their effort, and their expertise to, get me to do some things that I haven't done in a long time. And so, not going to stop. There you go, right? Not going to stop. So, the last song is Falling by Harry Styles. And I've said more than a few times on air already, that Fine Line album is phenomenal. It is one of the best albums I've heard in years. I do think it is either the best or one of the best albums of this past year, for sure. And there's so much music, diversity, variety, and creativity in the body of the songs on that album, Fine Line, that, I keep going back to and listening to all these little nuances and all these little things that I didn't catch maybe the first 1,000 times. And I'm getting on the 1,001. So anyway, the song is Falling by Harry Styles. He's got other songs that I like, but I really wanted to do this one because it was on piano. And by the way, it's a really great piano piece. And Gina really loved it. And I thought that was really cool because she got to, express her skills and help me enjoy and sing at the same time. And so I had a lot of fun with both of these artists. And that is art. Is people getting together and doing something together that is a finished, good product that makes everybody feel a little bit better, at least in the room with us, right? And a big thank you to, again, Austin and Gina. And then I'm going to say a big thank you because I'm pretty bad about this. A big thank you to my crew, AP, who's on the helm right now, and Moises Hernandez, who put together a lot of the material that you see in the video audio format. They were instrumental in making sure this stuff happens. Get my joke? Instrumental. Come on now, I'm punning. Instrumental in putting this stuff together and making it happen for an old dude that hasn't been able to sing in 30 years, but guess what? I got to today and in this last couple of weeks. So last message to you, then we're going to get ready to go. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Again, be merciful, if not funny. I can laugh at myself. I think you guys all know that. Definitely those of you that know me personally, I've got about... I'm SuperMex, so my skin can stop a .45 caliber. It's not a big issue in terms of criticism or fun talk. I'm going to keep this as succinct and crystal clear as possible. I absolutely believe in art, and I absolutely believe in music and the intensity and the benefit to it for people, to listen and what it can do. And so much so that I put my time, energy, effort, and money into, having some fun with this so you guys can have some fun with it. And, give me a chance to have a good time on Cheap Date Night with you. And it all ended up being good. Maybe I'll do some more in the future. I don't know. I'm still kind of processing. It was a little bit of work. There was some time involved, of course. But I had a good time. I enjoyed. And obviously, I won't shy away from recommending those songs, for sure. I'll plug the artist again. So Blake Shelton, Sangria. These songs aren't brand new, by the way. They're over the last 2-3 years. So Sangria by Blake Shelton. Stay a Little Longer by the Brothers Osborne. And this last one that we did on piano was Falling by Harry Styles. So 3 songs that I absolutely love. They're in my playlist on a variety of lists, and I just enjoy the music, and I'm going to continue to do so. So you got Cheap Date Night, and for the first time ever, you got me to do something on Cheap Date Night with music. But I'm going to say it again. I believe in art. I believe in music. And God willing, if everything goes well this coming Tuesday, I may be on a school board. And for those of you watching that know anything about me, it's not saying you will do something or knowing what to do. It's actually doing it. And for any of you that have any inkling of who I am or what I do or the way I am, you know I'll do something. I think we all know that. Things will get done. There will be, if not improvement, then support and bolstering. I'm a massive supporter of the arts. I believe in its benefits. Absolutely. All right? So much so that I'm willing to put it out myself. All right? Even on air. So that's my show for you tonight. It went longer than I had originally planned, but I had fun doing it, and you got some music to boot. So you guys know the drill. It's Friday. You've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and into Tuesday, and there's no way around it. The bottom line is the election is occupying all of the oxygen in this particular room called the United States and the world for the most part. There are a lot of countries waiting to see what happens. So I'm not going to comment one way or the other here. All I'm going to say is, love thy neighbor as thyself. And if for no other reason, if you can't, because you're too conflicted and you're too destructive with your political thought with friends and family or others, people that you don't know, don't like, repeat the words, love thy neighbor as thyself. And then go listen to some music. Just go listen to some music. That'll remove the negative in a heartbeat. Be amazed at what people listen to, just like you. Same thing. Okay? So be careful, be safe. You know the safety briefing. Be mindful of the other. It's not always you that makes a mistake or causes an accident. It could be somebody else. Be careful, and I will say it, wear the damn mask. Wear your damn mask. Okay? That's not political. That's health, and that's taking care of your fellow American. And in my world, the SuperMex Nation, it's about taking care of your fellow neighbor and your fellow American. Right? Love thy neighbor as thyself. See how that works? Yeah. Anyway, have a good weekend. I'll be back next Monday. We'll have a heavy week of all kinds of stuff, but absolutely enjoyed my time with you. You guys have a good one. I will come and see, or we'll see you this coming week on a variety of different shows. Nothing but love for you. SuperMex is out.